Do you want to perform, but you don't know where to get started with choosing a song? The truth is, there are an infinite number of songs that would make amazing performances, but there's certain questions that we need to ask to figure out what's right for you. Some things to consider with choosing a song is, first of all, ask yourself, what is the story that I want to share or portray? And maybe you don't know a specific story, so then you can ask yourself, what are the vibes that I want to share right now? I would say pick 3 vibes. If you don't know what vibes to choose, you can honestly ask yourself, what is it that I'm going through right now that I can speak honestly as in regards to a story? So something else to consider is, do I want an instrumental song or do I want a song with lyrics? What are those lyrics going to be about? Make sure that that matches your story or your vibes. And sometimes you'll just be driving along and you hear a song and it's like the heavens open up and you get a revelation that this is your song. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to determine what you're going to do. But the truth is, you don't really need a song to get started with your routine. As you get started with your routine, knowing what tricks you want to do, what your vibes are, and maybe what story you want to portray, you will have that download and find that song that is right for you. So wherever you're at, just get started. With your song, we want to make sure that it's got a good, strong intro, something that's going to capture the attention of your audience. We want to make sure that there's a variety of instruments coming in and out of the song. We also don't want to be afraid of pauses or still moments in our songs. That can actually be something very captivating that can draw people in. Of course, at some point during the song, we want a really good beat that gets you moving, that gets your audience moving. And it's very important to tie it in at the end with a good finished ending. Sometimes when we edit songs, it's easy to just get it cut and then it just stops and kind of leaves everybody hanging. Make sure that you fade it out or that it wraps up in a really wonderful way to bring your whole performance together. Something to avoid is we don't want a song that basically sounds the same through the whole thing. It starts to get monotonous, and if it all kind of sounds the same beginning to end, it's not as captivating as something that's got some surprises along the way. I will say, in regards to really popular songs, take it into consideration. If it's a very popular song, chances are somebody else has done a routine or a performance to that. And that's not necessarily something to, say no to doing that song, but it's something to consider. You're definitely going to stand out more if you have a song that's more unique. I will say as well, in regards to songs with lyrics, just keep in mind, we want it in alignment with our overall story or message or our vibes. And something with lyrics, try not to be too interpretive with every single line that the lyric is saying. Sometimes we hear lyrics and we want to act out what we are hearing them say. I'm not saying we can't do that, and when we do that in an appropriate moment, it actually works really well. But if we're trying to be too interpretive for the whole time, that gets to be maybe a little bit cheesy in my opinion, and it's less interesting. What I would recommend instead is, what is this person singing about? What are those vibes that they are encompassing? Figure out those vibes, internalize those vibes, and think, how do these vibes make me feel and want to move through my body? That's a little bit more interesting way to translate the lyrics. And let's be very clear, we love our songs. It's easy to start lip singing along the way, but it's really weird when we do that just accidentally or at a few points. Unless your whole performance is about lip syncing and making that the performance, stay away from lip syncing. Last but not least, if you're still not sure what to choose in regards to a song, just ask yourself, what moves you? What do you enjoy listening to? I always say, follow your inspiration. Your song can always change down the line. Pick a song that you feel good about, that you feel moved by, that makes you want to dance. Start there, and it can always evolve from there. Best of luck in choosing your songs and in all of your performances. Please be sure to follow us next week for another tip. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you then.